I was muted. Oh, I didn't take any allergy stuff. It's fine. I got water. Hello. Hello, hello. I looked over and saw something was out of place, and I was like, oh, wait. I moved it. Hello, hello, hello. I'm trying to tweet. Trying to figure out a tweet. I ain't got one yet. I ain't got one ready. Oh! Borrow it now. Borrow it. Sorry, I got a notification from my library app that my thing is available to me now. Perfect. Got 2 weeks on one book, and then I got that audiobook finally. Very excited. Man, I ain't got any tweet stuff on my phone. I try not to use my computer to tweet because it was lagging a bit when I had Chrome open earlier. But it's been a pretty good day so far. It's pretty early compared to usual. So... the problem I think before was that my internet was... It was on the correct, like, Wi-Fi and all of that. I had 2 different Wi-Fi setups. But it's that the time at, like, my area, when it gets later in the day, more people are using the internet, I guess. And it just tanks for some reason. Specifically for uploading stuff. Downloading stuff, no problem. So, we're going to be doing some specific stuff today. I'm going to talk about and give some updates, some life updates. Nothing crazy has happened. And then we'll talk about what we're doing today. It'll kind of go into some stuff that I used to do. Wow. I really don't have any tweet stuff. I'll just do this one. Instead. We going. No, we're good. I thought I forgot something, maybe. Why is it capitalized? Get that out of here. Can I get the Twitch one? Can I get the Twitch one? Alright. And we'll do it this way then. Oh, can you hear the bee jump? You can. Okay, good. Bitch. There we go. Okay. Alright. Then I get an orange. And then a purple. Honestly, my week's been pretty chill so far. I mean, it's Tuesday. So, not a whole lot's happened. Work was chill. Really chill. Didn't have a whole lot going on. Wait, what am I? Default to the YouTube link? Unfair. That's fine. I wrote a list of stuff for today because I knew I would forget. And I figured, I can't believe my alarm didn't go off this morning. I was like laying there and I was like, the dogs are in here now. I feel like I should be getting up soon, but I'll just wait for my alarm. And then I went back to sleep and I was like, this is nice. And when I woke up, it was like 10:30. My alarm goes off at 9 normally, because that's the latest I can be up for a work day before I gotta hoof it out the door. Sorry. Ugh. It probably sounds a little different too because of the way I rearranged my decks. If you didn't see it on Twitter, I rearranged my room. So my desk is now in like a little corner. I have a little lamp too. It's a little circle lamp. I wasn't getting any light where my desk previously was, and I didn't really have the room to move a light over there. And I kind of wanted some separation room, I guess. My room was very open, and I wanted kind of the separation between my bed and my desk a little bit more. So I have like these bookshelves and I arranged them in like a little L shape. So I have my room divided essentially. Needless to say, I was watching some feng shui videos. Feng shui, is that what it was? It's a guy on TikTok that like rearranges people's rooms and stuff like that. But I knew like I couldn't move my bed because it's like too big and I have to have the rollout access to it. I have like an undercarriage part to my bed where I store stuff. And I knew I couldn't move that. And I also needed somewhere to put my clothes again. So for a while now, I've like just kept my clothes in baskets. I wouldn't recommend it unless like you have a very limited wardrobe. But during like the pandemic and all that, and like even a little bit before that, I didn't have a whole lot of clothes. I didn't have a good variety of clothes. But since I started work, I pretty much like expanded my wardrobe to be like, I don't know. I don't want to say twice the size it was, but it's significantly larger. I've given away a lot of clothes too because they're just too old. Sorry, I'm readjusting my mic a little bit. They're just too old. So we got rid of those. But I wouldn't recommend using just baskets for your clothes and stuff like that. Because then when you have to take something out, if you're looking for something really specific, you gotta dig through everything. So I emptied out my closet. I moved my desk out of there. It was nice to have my desk in there, but I also think this gives my computer a little bit of breathing room. It's more directly engaging with my overhead fan, which is on most of the time because I live in a very humid place. Humid? It's not really humid. It's just hot. So there's all of that. And then what else? Oh, I got like, because of the way that my desk is way shorter and the way the bookcases have to support themselves, there's like this gap I have now where I decided to just order some storage stuff. So I have storage stuff for my closet coming, for my clothes, and then I also have something coming for like a little side desk, which is literally like the perfect size too to fit in this little gap. So that will be nice. I also now have way more room on my desk because I put my monitor up on my bookcase. It doesn't look great, like looking at it from my side. I can see all the wires like draped over the monitor and then coming from behind my PlayStation and the TV. It's very silly, but it gets the job done, you know? There is now also more room for my tablet to kind of move it around and stuff. I didn't really have that before. Hello, Ashwin. How are you doing today? But I didn't have room for my tablet to be like in a spot. So I have room for it now. I also have room for my mic to kind of scoot around a little bit more, which is nice. I also moved my scanner. It's over on top of the other bookshelf now because the wires on it were long enough. Very nice. Everything well organized. I know you saw those pictures on Twitter. I'm very happy with it. It feels good too. I haven't tried drawing it yet, so we're going to be doing that today, but everything is very nice, very comfortable. Sorry. I woke up like maybe an hour ago. So I'm still kind of like waking up in some ways, but having a light directly at my eyeballs now definitely wakes me up a little bit more. What else? Your room looks cool. I was surprised at all the books you have. I have quite a lot. My bed, actually, I don't think you could see it in the pictures. It has a bookcase as well on it, but I don't have as many books on that since it's next to my bed itself. It's like literally attached to it. I have some like anime movies. I have some like actual books on there. Like novel books and stuff like that. And then I have like stuffed animals over there. But my actual bookcases, my Billy from IKEA, I've had these for like 3 or 4 years. They're very nice. I love them. And obviously I love having books. I'm very much into collecting my favorite manga. Even my less favorite ones, honestly. There's some that like I got just to like see the series because I didn't have anywhere to read them, and I was like, you know, this seems interesting, I might as well get it. So I have those. So I have like single volumes from different series. Some of them are totally out of order too, because like the series is old enough I couldn't get all of it at once. But essentially they're all manga. All the ones that you can see in that picture are manga. There's maybe a couple of art books. There's maybe a couple of regular comics, like American comics. I had access to a Marvel comic shop at one point in time, so I was collecting from there for a while. I don't think there's maybe one light novel, which I got on like a sale. So, but yeah. It's very nice, well organized. If I get too many more though, I'm gonna have to like figure out a different arrangement for them. The reason I originally like got the bookcases too is because all of those books used to be attached to the bookcase, or like were in the bookcase attached to my bed. And there was not enough room for all of them. They went like top to bottom of the shelves, and I had them stacked sideways. That's how like much room I had to save with them. I would have to stack a series laying on its side, bottom to top, and it would literally meet like the top of the shelf above it. It was crazy. I couldn't really read it like that too. So that's why I got the Billy bookcases. They're very nice. They were pretty easy to put together too. It was awesome. And you know, it's IKEA. So there's one just about everywhere. I think I probably have to rearrange some stuff on top of the bookshelves though. Sorry, I'm like trying to adjust myself in the seat. My spacing is still kind of, it feels different, you know? I have to rearrange some stuff on top of the bookcase because the number of figures that I currently have, it doesn't really work with the rest of it. I rearranged stuff since the picture that I posted, and it's better, but not like perfect. I wish I could have a couple more up on the shelf, but also like I think I have to wait for my storage stuff to come in, like my little side table and all of that, before it works. We're not dropping any frames. This is great. This is perfect. All right. But yeah, that's everything in my just general time that's been happening. The whole rearranging the room. I would notice as well, like, I have just enough room to be able to eat a meal at my desk now. And I kind of realized when I was eating the other day that, like, I've been eating a lot of meat lately. We had, like, a Korean barbecue. We had some, like, spicy pork from a Chinese place the other day. I've had some, like, varieties of chicken and pork. It's a lot of meat. I was very surprised with that. But that was just something I noticed while I was like eating at my desk. I was like, man, that's a lot of meat. I have been having like sides with it too, but it's just very notable. I think even at one point I had eaten so much meat that I could like, I felt like I was getting the meat sweats, you know? Tasty meat. It was very tasty. It was well marinated. That's a big deal with it, is that all of it tasted really good. Like it had a lot of flavor variety in it, and each meat tasted different. That's another thing. Sometimes meat just all like tastes the same, but each meal tasted significantly different. It was great. Let's see. What else was there? I didn't have a whole lot of other stuff, I think, going on. At least not that I noticed. The moving everything around was the biggest part. I think I also... I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to say something about the figures, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, at one point, I got a corkboard thing to hang up all my charms, and my desk is much closer to it now, so I can admire it much more. I'm very happy with that. I really like all of my charms and all of that. I probably have to rearrange it in the future if I get any more, because it's very tight-knit as it is. Maybe I'll try getting some enamel pins instead of charms. And I was thinking about hanging up some more posters again. Now that I have like wall room. I guess my bookcases were taking up more room on the wall than I realized. But I have a bit of room on the walls now. I hanged up a couple of my walls. I ordered a wall scroll yesterday. I'll pull it up. I'll pull up a picture of it. I'm very excited. I'm so excited. We're gonna lag a little bit because it's my computer. Oh, we got a spam. We got a spam. Boop. 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 There we go. I'll refresh the chat. Oh, also the chat is different now. I've changed the chat. The other ones just weren't working for the combo, the combined thing. So I'll send a message on both. Yes. Yeah. So there's Twitch, YouTube, and there's YouTube. So it's a combined chat. It's a combined chat now, but it does lay out like where each chatter is from. So if we get YouTube chatters now, Twitch will see them. Yeah, that's something I wanted for a while. It was very hard to figure out a place to do that, but it turns out Streamlabs just does it automatically. So I took my old Streamlabs account, grabbed some widgets, and did that. What was I saying? Oh, I was pulling up the wall scroll. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm not. But I'm very excited for this wall scroll. It was a bonus for the release of this game. Fate Samurai. I'm a very big Fate fan. That comic that I posted the other day, that is Fate. Fate Grand Order. I mean, Fate is the franchise. Fate Grand Order is the little game that got me into it. I had always seen like Fate Stay Night around, but I never really watched it. I think I maybe watched 2 or 3 episodes of it. And that was very nice. It was interesting, but it wasn't anything crazy. Resizing it. Gotta pull it up. But Fate Samurai is actually being illustrated by like an artist that I really, really like. So I had to get it. And all the characters look really nice. All their designs and everything. Here. So this image is like the I guess it's like the main visual of the series, or of this game, Fate Samurai, which is the most recent iteration of the Fate franchise. And they were selling it as like a wall scroll bonus in Japan and some parts of, there was like a special box set I think that you could get for the North America release. But I was so sad I didn't get it in time, so the resales of it are finally going up everywhere. And I bought one. It looks pretty big too. I didn't expect it to be super huge, but it's pretty nice. I like Fate too, but I've only played the visual novels until now, without the not safe for work. Yeah, I was really surprised when I heard that the Fate visual novels had like not safe for work stuff in them. I was like, in this situation? But whatevers. I guess you can really insert it anywhere if you so desired. But it's really good. I think part of the reason I like it too is because of the whole like historical aspect of it. I really like historical stuff. obviously I'm an archivist, but I really like the way that like Fate engages with it in like a fun way. Oh, I'm doing the Fate Grand Order event right now too, and it has the Trung sisters. I'm so upset. I've been trying so hard to get the Trung sisters. I even bought some quartz, and I literally got Arjuna and Karna before I pulled the Trung sisters. I'm so upset. I literally got 2 other 5 stars before I got them. Ugh. I was 2 when I installed the version. I played it. Came without not safe for work by default, so I didn't really know. Yeah, it's really surprising, like, to hear that it's not safe for work. It has like scenes like that. But I guess when I thought about it, the way that like you can choose routes with different people, it made sense. But I never got to play it either, so I don't know how like jarring it would be. But I know like Fate Stay Night is definitely the one that most people get into, and it's weird. I don't think it gets recommended as like the default series very much. Even the anime, like I think Fate Zero, is that the one? The like prologue to Fate Stay Night? Prelude? Prequel series. That's the one. That's the word I was looking for. It gets like recommended way more than Fate Stay Night does, which is kind of interesting to me. I feel like it makes more sense to recommend Fate Stay Night and have that mystery about, and then recommend the prequel series. But I guess it kind of depends on why people are getting into the series. I feel like Fate Stay Night is probably the most solid one, though. I like Unlimited as well. I think that's the one I've seen the most of. I started the original Fate Stay Night series, and then I couldn't find any more of it, so I kind of like drifted off from it. And then I watched some of Unlimited, and I was like, it's all right. It's different from how I remember, because I didn't realize it was like a remake of it. It's specifically Rin's route in the game. And after that, I found out about Fate Grand Order, which took over my life. I've literally been like making comments and like keeping up with Fate for probably all 5 years that the US version's been out. Maybe 6. What anniversary did they just have for the JP version? Fate Go Anniversary. 6th anniversary. 8th anniversary. Is it 8th anniversary or is it 6th? 8th was last year. Okay. Oh, so it's 9th this year. Okay. Oh, so that's 10 next year. Sorry, I was lagging. But I remember getting into it like a year before, maybe 2 years before the English version came out, because I heard that it was really good. Really, really, really fun. So I marathoned pretty much the entirety of the JP version that was out at that time in 2 days. I do have FGO on my phone because my friend told me about it, but I never gotten onto that FGO grind. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like latch onto if you're not marathoning it, I guess. If you're not getting through the grind, it's kind of hard to keep up with. I've definitely like let it fall to the side a little bit more recently, but it was like the one thing that I was doing for a very long time. After I marathoned the JP version for a couple of days, and then the English version came out like a year, maybe 2 later, I did the same thing. I think I initially played the English version when it came out, and then there was like a gap where I didn't play it because all the story wasn't released yet. And then I came back and played it again, just all the way through up to Lost Belt. And now I'm behind again on the Lost Belt, so I'll have to do that at some point. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the whole like rigmarole of it. I think I have, I'll pull up my stats. I'll pull up how many servants and all that I got. I've been working towards like leveling them up all the way and stuff like that. Oh, that was my dog. Like full ascension. And I counted the other day, and I think I have like maybe like 80 of them at full ascension. Ooh, advanced quest. Okay. Oh, there's also a welfare going on right now for like new masters or returning masters or something like that. I really enjoyed their April Fool's stuff as well. I always come back around this time for that. All right. Spirit origin list. So I have a decent amount actually of servants. I have 253 servants. I know that I've missed quite a few of the welfares because I just haven't gotten through the events. But I don't think that there's a lot of... I don't think there's a lot of 5 stars that I've missed. There's maybe some of the like standard 5 stars that I don't have. But I feel like every time the event comes around, I'm just like deciding between 2 or 3 of them, like ticket events, where they give you tickets to get a free 5 star. I think they've only done maybe 1 or 2 of them. But yeah, I have 253 of them, and I think the enhancement one only goes up to 300. No, it lets you hold up to 600, which is including, I suppose, duplicate pulls. But there's quite a few welfares that I've either missed or I can't fully upgrade because I got them, but then I never got their ascension material. I have favorites. I used to be quite a bit on the meme train, the like drawing meme train when it came to Fate Grand Order. So I have a list of favorites from that, but it's probably changed quite a bit since then. I think Kindness has definitely become one of my favorites. I love her to bits. She's wonderful. I would show you, but it's on my phone. I had it on the PC at one point because we were gonna play it on stream because I was just that into it, but it did not work. Gonna start pulling art stuff up. We're gonna be doing some like specific drawing today. So after I show these here. Oh yeah, I was gonna redraw it recently. I was thinking of drawing it. Oh, where is it? Where's my screen? Hold on. Oh, because it's at the Clip Studio. I see. There we go. We're gonna draw in Paint Tool Side today as well. So I've been trying to get back into Paint Tool because I've missed it. But this is my favorite servant list. This was a meme kind of going around the community to like let people lay out their favorites by class. I think this was in like 2021, 2019, maybe even. I don't really remember. But this was my first version of it. I'm crazy about Fate. I'm sorry. Musashi is definitely one of my favorite sabers. We'll go in order. I'll lay them out real quick. And we can see as well from this, like, my style's changed a bit as well. Not entirely, but quite a bit. Musashi, lover. Lover. We love a bike icon. I love that as well. She has such a love for food. It's great. I don't remember his name because I don't really use the Lancer class, but he's definitely my favorite. Or he was, because now Kindness is a Lancer. And I have her, so I usually do these kinds of memes too based on like who I actually have. So that's another thing. Next we have the Archer class, Moriarty. I love an evil grandpa. An evil grandpa is like wonderful. I love how elegant he is too. It reminds me of Spy Family, the elegant teacher, but evil. So that's wonderful. Writer class. This is... I don't remember her name. Wow, it's been a really long time, actually, since I've had to think about the characters. But I love her. I love Onone-san. I love all of the characters. How about that? We love archetypes. Izo, a good messy boy, a good crazy guy. We have Murasaki, definitely my favorite caster. Definitely still is my favorite caster. I just love the librarian look, and she's so cute, kind of clumsy. Love her. Kintoki, he's always a good choice. My favorite berserker. I love that he got a costume at one point. I was very happy about that. Kintoki love. We have Martha for the ruler class. I think this one has definitely changed as well. But I always enjoyed Martha, like her ruler outfit and all that. It was very funny. I love that she was a boxer, but also like a nun. This I believe is the foreigner class. Yeah, I love Van Gogh. Van Gogh's pretty perfect. The altar. I suppose we also have now the pretender class. I don't know who else is in the pretender class, actually, now that I think about it. I don't remember what this class is called, but I love Passionlip. She's adorable. I love her giant arms. It's very scary and intimidating. We have the Cancer, Moon Cancer. I have, I don't remember her name either, but I love her. I love her more than BB. I like Summer BB quite a bit, but I love her more than I love Summer BB. It's very close though, very close. And then Avenger class. I love a scary mom. I love a scary mom. I don't remember her name either. It's been forever since I had to think about their names, and it's not in there anymore. But I was planning on redoing this in 2023 last year at some point, and I just never did. But I wrote them down. Oh, Mandracario. Yeah, that makes sense. I did switch out Musashi for Dioscuri because I quite like the Gemini twins. Dioscuri is definitely up there. I like Musashi, but Dioscuri is great. Brynhilda was my Lancer. I'm probably gonna switch that to Kindness because I love Kindness. Moriarty is still Archer. Mandracario is Rider, my favorite Rider. Izo is still my favorite assassin. Murasaki's still my favorite caster. Kentoki, Berserker. I have a more now for ruler class. I think she's pretty neat. A Scary Valentine's. I still have Tiara. That's her name. I have Tiara as Avenger. Jinako still this one. So is a Passion Lip. And then my favorite foreigner, I would say I really like Summer Abigail, but I probably would still keep it as Van Gogh. Especially now that I've been like ascending her since I've got her. But I do like Summer Abigail's like whole vibe. It's great. And yeah, that's it. I had obviously started drawing, but I didn't. I think I might switch Brynhilde and Kentoki. Well, put Brynhilde where Kentoki is. Because I do like her summer outfit. It's very nice. It's very fun. Her being there with her husband is very great. Let's see. But I've always been very, very, very into drawing Fate Grand Order stuff. What was the last big Fate Grand Order picture I did? Oh, I have Paul Bunyan too. I really like Paul Bunyan just in general. Not necessarily by class or anything. I just like Paul Bunyan. I like the aesthetic. Man. Oh yeah, this is an old thing too. At one point I did a version of Penthesilea. I don't think I've ever actually had to say her name aloud. Penthesilea, the Amazonian queen. And I did a ruler class version of her. It's somewhere on Reddit too. I don't know. It's been a while. But I enjoyed doing this because I always want her to have like another outfit that has, or like another version that is adult. I don't like that she's like younger in the game. It's I don't like it. But I made an adult version of her because I really wanted to. And I like the whole Greek aesthetic being translated into marketability. That's how I like to think about making designs as well. They look so good. Thank you. I like to think about like when I'm making a design, especially for something like Fate Grand Order, where a big aspect of it is the marketability of the character. Then I like... Oh, this is old. Wow. Didn't I redraw this? Didn't I finish this? I made a whole ass full Ascension drawing of her too. So I like to think about that kind of thing when I'm drawing the characters as well. Or I'm making a design or something, is like, if this design was in the game, would people pull for this character? So that's a big aspect of how I like to design things. Ooh, this is into adopt stuff, which I'm going to talk about again in a bit here as we get into drawing. That meme was from 2021. I just came across it. I'm looking through my files right now. You can't see it, but it's like right here. I know that I finished that one. Question is, when did I finish it? And did I even save it as a Psy file? I've been drawing in Psy for the better part of 5 years. So you're gonna see a lot more variation in these ones, I think. And it's part of the reason I'm also trying to draw more in it again, because it's been a while. I think I went probably 6 months or so without drawing in Paint Tool Psy. And I think it kind of changed my style, but not like... It kind of made me lose a thread, so to speak. Now that I finished this drawing, it's somewhere in here. I might have to look through just the finished, but it might not be saved. It's a layered file. Not last year. Pretty sure I didn't finish it last year. But I remember doing it and being like, wow, I finally did this one. Oh, it was last year. Here, there we go. So this is like the finished version of it. Quote unquote finished. I didn't color it, obviously. But it was also much different than the sketch was. The pose is still the same, but like the angle and all that has changed just enough. Clean, indeed. But I wanted to get that one done just because I actually really enjoyed doing this design. It was very fun. Thinking about like, oh yeah, the like full garb, much more classical Greek, and then going into sort of the berserker version that they have in the game right now, and then like maybe a medium mix between the two, but still something game like, and then the sketch, and then the final version of it. And it was very fun. I like that. I have much more Fate Grand Order stuff, but we're gonna move away from it. We're gonna move away. Let's see. I don't think I have anything saved ready for today. But we're gonna go into drawing some designs today. I used to do a lot of adopt species stuff, like 2020, pandemic. Being online was a lot easier than like just watching another show or something. So I was a very big fan of a couple of specific adopt species, closed species, all of that. Because I had a friend actually that was in it. Where did my stuff go? Where did it go? There we go. Okay. That's clip files. Let's finish. This is sci files. I'll open an old one just so you can see what I mean, what I'm talking about. The specific species that I initially got into was called Furatomos. It's currently on hiatus. I'm still a big part of the community, like there's still people there and all that, but it was essentially ice cream cats. Ice cream cat people. So you have like different traits, very specific design aspects that all of the species, all of the characters within it share. And I was doing that for a very, very long time. I did that for not a very, very long time, but about 2 years. Oh yeah, these were some unfinished ones. At one point, too, in Furatomos, I was a guest artist. So that one that I just showed, this one was probably my final one from the term. And I kind of got locked in as guest artist when things went on hiatus. But pandemic was special. I know it was a terrible time, but I have a good memory of it personally. I do as well. It was very much like I was very happy to just be at home and like be able to have time to work on things I wanted to work on for a very long time, like making designs and art and all that. And essentially these were like work in progresses that I was thinking of doing but never got to before we went on hiatus. And it was like a cat species. Oh my gosh, a sauna drawing. Wow, I never posted this one, huh? This is a Hololive Sukimo Sana and the horse that she designed on stream. I had no idea this was in here. Wow. But yeah, this is essentially like the culmination of my time at Furrow Tomos. After that, we had, well, I suppose I can show my other ones as well. This is my own designs. This one is not correct. It's not the one that I ended up on. Hold on. I got a better picture. I don't know if I have a better group picture, actually. Let's see. Not there. It probably would be in Wi-Fi. I feel like I might as well pull up the finished pictures of them. Archive 2023? No, that's incorrect. 2022? Time is blending together. Year 4, okay. I have all of my like folders and everything misnamed as well in some way. Like they're different things. But you could make your own designs as well within the species as long as they adhere to the rules. So I had some characters that I made in Furrotomos. We'll open Curry. Why not? Curry is a pumpkin pie ice cream. So she's this ice cream flavor here. She has mint drizzle on her tail and on her ears. But you can see like there's this pattern in her hair that is meant to resemble the like cinnamon flecks in pumpkin pie ice cream. And the rest of the design elements you can kind of like do your own way. But for Furrotomos, it was that you had to have a real ice cream flavor, and the hair color, any like hair aspects had to match that ice cream. So if you had blueberry, it had to be blue. If you had strawberry, it had to be strawberry. If you had some like crazy combination of flavor like cookies and cream, then you could scatter like cookie pieces throughout the design of the hair and stuff like that. It was very cool. And that was a very fun one to be a part of. I got into that one because I had a friend who was doing it. And the one that I did after that was... let's do this one. Yuminari. So these are dream foxes. They are like nine-tail foxes and all of that. I think they go up to like 10 maybe. They have one tail for every 100 years. So they are curators of dreams, nightmares, all that sort of stuff. And whatever their like design is sort of supposed to reflect what their area of expertise is. So this character is mine. She's mine. I love her to bits. And she does dreams about like roller coasters, amusement parks, fairs, all sorts of stuff like that. And essentially I had to like incorporate that into her design. And they have these like decoration pieces that you have to have like certain items for. It was kind of like gamifying designs of characters and stuff like that. It was very fun. It was a nice little like community to be a part of. It's still very much going on. This one specifically, Yuminari. It's very fun. I would highly recommend it. The events go by kind of fast, but it's still like a solid community. I really like the stuff that they do. After that, I kind of leaned off Species. I got like a bunch of slots and stuff, but I didn't really connect again with another one after that. I have a couple more characters in each of those ones. And then I was like a guest artist at another Species. Let's show the sketches. I think this one. Let's do this one. This was another Species that I was a guest artist for. And they had like these holographic skins, essentially. And depending on the rarity of the adopt, determined how complex the patterns were, essentially. This one is also on hiatus. Well, I think they're technically closed, but mostly on hiatus. I think there's still some interest there. And after that, I kind of just like every so often design some of my own make your owns. They're called MYOs, make your owns. And went from there. Now, I think over the last year or so, I haven't engaged pretty much at all with any of them. I even left a few of the like Discord servers. A lot of them operate through Discord servers and Toy House, the website. But even though that kind of happened, I still have a lot of slots, a lot of make your own availabilities to do, and I kind of miss it. So I plan that today we're going to be doing some design stuff for a couple of specific ones. One of them is an ongoing Species. The other is going to be, I think, a Furotomo, because I have enough slot material for that. But that depends on like how much I do for Karumium. I think I put it in the title for today. Maybe. Let's see. I'm lagging. Why did I do that? I can look at it right here. Oh, it didn't change. Did it? Oh, it did. Okay, drawing a cyber doll, Karurium. Yes, that's correct. So Karurium is a species that is pretty active still. It's a really, really tiny community. Not like itty bitty, but still pretty small. And they have sort of an inventory system and like items where when you collect so many items, you can make your own character. You can make your own species, adopt, design. And that makes it a semi-closed species. You still have to like get permission after you've made your design to make sure that like all the traits are correct and stuff like that. Oh, I lost all my presets. I forgot about that. Okay. 10.6 is easier to remember. 428. 10.6. Okay. We're gonna go rectangle mode. I don't know if I'm gonna pull up the species sheet. I have no problem explaining what design we're gonna be generally doing. I think I have actually a Karurium that I can show as a an idea of what we're going to be doing. Just have to find it. Let's see. It's actually made by one of the guest artists that I worked with before in Furotomos. And it's their species. That's the Yume 2023. No, sorry, 2022. Ba-da-da-da. There's a Halloween doodle. Those ones. There's some of the Carurium. Earlier than that? Even earlier? Alright. Oh, where is it? I have the mascot. I have a picture of the mascot that I did. Might have to use that. Yeah, let's use that. So this is the mascot, one of the mascots, one of the two for the species. This is Columbia. She is, as you can see, a doll. She's got joints and stuff like that. And that's essentially what Carurium are. They're like these dolls that were made to preserve and take care of the earth. And then Apocalypse, you know, Carurium are the only thing left. And, oh, I guess you can't see it on her with this outfit. But essentially they have terrariums where they take care of and nurture creatures in their body. And then from there, they, like, cultivate the land and stuff like that. They essentially are just, like, living gardeners, I guess. Living gardener robots. It's a very cool concept. It's hard to explain, just like off the top of the head. But it's very fun. You can have either a plant, an animal, or a fish. I think there's even like a mythical creatures one within the terrariums. I'm looking to see if I have another drawing of my character. But we're gonna essentially design one of these today. Oh, I might have found it. Haha. So I have my own Kentoki. This is Kentoki, my make your own within the species. She has diamond gems, which is like another aspect of the design. You have to have a material. So she has diamond as her material. Her little cowbell's made of diamond. And you can have like animal aspects, stuff like that. But they essentially have terrariums built into their body. And she has cotton. So these are like cotton plants. And they essentially just live as a part of the Carurium. Carurium is a Karu terrarium. It's a combination of terrarium and Karu. And then that's essentially it. You're just like designing a character with a material, a terrarium, and there's something else. Material, a terrarium. Oh, and the creature inside of the terrarium. So the one we're going to be doing today, the one that we're going to be fresh designing, is Glass Octopus, chunky plastic, and it's going to have 2 terrariums. I decided this like aspect beforehand because I have a decent amount of materials and I didn't want to be like trying to figure out what materials I wanted to use before. or during the stream. So, is my tablet not even working? I have been using my mouse this whole time. Okay, hold on. It's gonna glitch out for a second, but don't worry. It's all good. Click. Okay, here we go. Ultimate test. It didn't work. Love it. Love it. All right. Oh, I can close shoes now, I guess. Don't save. Okay. Where is... Huh? Where's my XP pen driver? There it is. Bow, bow. The problem is that, like, my tablet it's working. It's just that, like, it is projecting my mouse onto my other screen rather than onto my actual tablet. Is it gonna open? Is it gonna open? There we go. Screen identify. Why is it doing that? Should be monitor 2. Okay, there we go. Save. Identify. Full screen. Cancel. Save. Let's do a calibration. Just to make sure. No, you won't see it. Save. There we go. Okay. It should be good now. It's working. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you're gonna notice that Paint Tool Sai moves a lot faster than Clip Studio did in means of like how my pen moves and all of that. It's gonna be much more in line with it. Let's see. I guess I do need the pictures. So a glass octopus is essentially a transparent octopus. It's very pretty. Copy image. Paste. So this is a glass octopus. This is a creature that's going to be in the terrarium. Because we have 2 terrariums, there's technically going to be 2 of them. Chunky plastic. Chunky plastic. I wanted plastic because I figured it could be transparent. Transparent plastic. And I can make them kind of similar to each other in that way. The terrarium and the glass octopus. As long as it's not glass and can be mistaken as a terrarium. Might even like try making it kind of a opaque fade between colors. Chunky plastic. I think at one point I was planning on using the chunky plastic for something. And I think it was going to be like a clown design. But if we get to the Furotomo, that one is actually going to be a clown. So I'm going to turn this way. Just put it on the side here. All right. Gonna eat my other thing real quick. Well, open it so I can start eating it as we're going. I might even order lunch in a bit here. It's already been an hour. Wrong layer. Classic artist mistake. In fact, let's lock that layer in place. It's been a while since I've like drawn, not just in like paint tool side, but in general. Rookie mistake right there. I know. I corrected it though. We didn't get too far. So I might be kind of warming up here. Doodling myself to start. Sometimes I think of trying Paint Tool Sign. I never actually do it. I'm afraid I have become a Clip Studio slave. Yeah, I think it was much easier for me to move to Clip Studio from Paint Tool Sign because Clip Studio has more options. I think if you were doing the reverse, it would probably be a little more difficult. Just because, like, the community around Paint Tool Sign has to, like, make their brushes, and it's much more complicated to import them and stuff like that. And then there's also, like, the very clear difference in how they work as programs. Like I said, my pen moves way faster in Paint Tool Sign than it does in Clip Studio. And it's not like something that I can adjust to make it feel the same. It's literally that, like, something within the program itself registers it differently. Like, the stabilizer even works almost completely differently than it does in Clip Studio. They have, like, the same technical function, but the way they actually, like, register it feels different. So much more angular. I'm going much more angular right now. Oh, I suppose I did do that comic in here the other day. It's a good start for the for sketching stuff. I think the image that I had in mind was someone in all white, essentially. I would still recommend, like, trying out Paint Tool Sign though, if you ever could, just because it has, like, its perpetual license. I'm technically in 2.0 as well, rather than the 1.0, which it's a big difference. The 2.0 has a bit more accessibility to it, but it's a free upgrade from the version 1, so it's like $75 to get the program, or maybe it's been a while actually. When I got it, it was, I think it might have been 60 something, or maybe it was 70. Don't remember, but the price has not changed. It's being made by one guy in Japan, so But anytime I've had like a problem, it hasn't been difficult to like search up how to fix it or something like that. Sometimes too, it's as easy as just opening and closing the program again. Question is, where do I want the terrariums? But I do like, there's a certain aspect of like self-curating in Paint Tool Sci that I quite like. Like you can figure out aspects much more technically than you can in Clip Studio. It's like the difference between using Streamlabs and OBS itself. Because technically Streamlabs is OBS. It's built off like the same, it's built off of OBS's open source software, but it's a different program, you know? And the thing with Paint Tool Sci kind of feels similar, like it is the OBS and Clip Studio is the Streamlabs. It's not actually, they're not built off the same thing, but having Paint Tool Sci means needing to learn some of the more technical aspects more than you would with Clip Studio. Like, I figured out how to make brushes, essentially, from having to make a brush in Clip Studio. I don't think I still have the brush. Yeah. But I made a lace brush at one point, a very long time ago. And it was interesting. But I don't think I would enjoy. You can do it in Clip Studio, but I don't think I would like doing it in Clip Studio as much. It seems very very scary. There's so many more options in Clip Studio, but people know how to use them, and you can like download brushes and all that. So it's not difficult. But it still has like bitmaps and stuff like that. My other two cars are girls as well. Maybe we'll try making a guy then. Let's see. Still want him to have long hair. Oh, I almost... I started, like, drawing it, and then I was like, what do I want it to look like? And I immediately thought of one of those new VTubers from, I don't even remember the company name, but he's been around. I've seen clips of all of them, but he has white hair, and it's, like, swooped over like this, or something like that. Or maybe it's over here. And it's just, like, super long white hair. He's, like, an angel or something. And I immediately thought of that, so that's not the direction I want to go, though. Octopus. Not quite like that. I don't know if I want flat bangs. Oh, my dogs are barking. Somebody might be home. I might mute for a sec. Give me 1 sec. Whoops. I muted the wrong thing. I have food. My grandma brought me food. Ooh. It's leaking. How do I do this? Hold on. Nora, stop scratching. Not go for you. There we go. There. Nora! No, I have too many cans. Cups. Do that. I'll put this here. I gotta grab a napkin. Please. Oh, it's mashed potatoes. I don't have a paper towel. Do I? Felt like I had a paper towel. They disappeared. Nice. Alright. Glad I keep silverware in my room. Alright. Oh, it's upside down. There we go. Open that up. Ooh. All spilling. All spilling on the bed. Ooh, it's cowboy pie. If you don't know what cowboy pie is, it's... Sorry. It's a mashed potatoes, some greens, corn, all in like a tomato sauce, essentially. It's really good. But I got that. She brought me that. Go back and lay down. Go lay down. Hold on. It's okay. Alright. 1, 2, 3. I haven't tried it yet. Well, I'm giving it a second so I'll settle back into the container. Because it was upside down. Wow, all I can think about is that VTuber. Let's change the direction then. I think I still want something kind of all white. Let's just do a general concept drawing. A general vibe. Vibe check. How we feeling? Off topic. Curious about. Do English speakers find it annoying, or is it a big deal if people write the first pronoun I on lowercase? I don't think it's a big deal. I mean, especially not on the internet. Like, it's not it's not like something people notice, because most of the time when you're texting or something, you're having a conversation with someone and there's no need to like worry if you misspell something, unless someone's like a real stickler for that thing. But you would kind of know that just from talking with them. But on the internet, I don't think it's not a problem. I think if you were maybe writing an email or a letter or like something like that, you would need to capitalize it, but you'd need to be like checking all your grammar at that point. So I try to use it when I have time to rewrite a message, but I'm just not used to it at all. Yeah, there's also like, because of the way that mobile devices work, they automatically capitalize the letter I when it's by itself. So a lot of people, they don't think about it when they're like texting or something like that, because it does it automatically. And that's just like a part of technology. But you'll see when someone is like typing out a message on desktop, they might forget to capitalize it from time to time because like their phone does it for them automatically. But it's not a big deal. At least not personally. If you know someone who like is crazy about grammar mistakes and stuff like that, they might have a problem with it. But also, I think people are more conscious of the fact that not everyone on the internet speaks English as a first language. So they're not as worried quite as much about grammar mistakes. There's some people that are just too much on the internet, like on Twitter and stuff like that. And they'll correct you no matter what, but those are those people. That's a little too jellyfish-like. Oh, you know what? Could do like the 2000s anime swoop. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, it's getting very samurai-like. Let's get rid of the collarbones. I think. I almost sneezed. I think what I want is something more short sleeved, maybe? Do I have my phone still? I do. I was on a shopping site the other day. Streamlabs making moves. I'll grab some of those clothes that I saw. I'm not gonna put them on screen. I'm just gonna look at them. Here is wish list. Wish list. Yeah, that one. We'll change it again. We're getting there, though. I'm gonna, I think, keep that old style anime swoop going. Really long. Flowy. And I was thinking a ponytail, but I think that might not work. Let's try... maybe a little clip instead. No. I might like that. We'll see. Need to remember to V the neck. This is the guy. Square the shoulders. I don't draw guys super often. And when I do, it's like I have reference. So. Let's see. I think I want. Like that. Maybe not. Oh, that works. I like that. None of that. It's looking too much like a VTuber. There we go. Alright. And the shirt I'm looking at kind of works for what I want. I've been very into lace again lately as like a design aspect. It's just very nice to look at. Need to get some eyes in here. See what works. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. We'll go from there anyways. We'll figure it out. Alright. Back to the shirt. And it's got these things. This going. Do I want it under tank top? Maybe. Maybe. Sleeves are pretty loose. I've noticed a lot of like 2000s like shows and anime and styles have been popping up again. I think we're getting the Y2K revival in art and stuff like that now. Like Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail's getting a new season of the sequel manga. It's like the 100-year quest? Maybe it's the 1,000-year quest. It might be the 100-year quest. But I noticed in that, like, a lot of the design aspects of it are still very, like, it's obviously based on Mashima's style. Mashima? Yes. The author's style. But it still feels like the way that they did it still feels 2000s like. I suppose that's kind of his wheelhouse, is like that 2000s look. Or maybe it's just like the fact that it was out at that time. I guess the 2010s look. But there was also another series last season, The Witch and the Beast, maybe? I think that's what it was called. Something along those lines. Where I was like watching it, I was like, this feels familiar. It kind of reminded me, aesthetic-wise, of like Soul Eater, maybe? Or like shoujo of the 2010s and 2000s, where it was just very, it was semi-realistic but also very anime, and it was interesting. I didn't keep up with it because show itself didn't really interest me, but like the style of it was very classic feeling. Its vibe was very classic. Even the story, sort of, because it was about this pair of wizards. Stumbled upon the stream by accident, but your art style looks good. Also, your model is very pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that, Chaotic Soul. I see that you're over on YouTube. I am dual streaming over on Twitch as well. So if I'm talking and it's like, who's she talking to? It's probably someone over on Twitch. So, and likewise on Twitch, I might be talking to someone over on YouTube. Actually, I think I can put the chat on this one as well, because unlike with Clip Studio, there isn't a whole lot going on this overlay. Put villager chat. We're gonna put it over my layers though, so lock it in. All right, it should be working now. But what was I saying? The Witch and the Beast. It was interesting. It was from like a story standpoint. This pair, a guy and a girl, are like hunting down witches, because witches are evil. And essentially, one of them is not, the girl is not actually a girl. She's like this monster guy who's like mutated himself or something and has been cursed by a witch to live in the body of this girl. It's very strange. But the other guy, the guy of the pair, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. He has very much like dad energy. Probably because of how chaotic the girl is. But it was interesting. It was an interesting premise. I just wasn't super into like the first episode, at least. That's all I really had time to watch, was the first one. All right. I think that's a good starting point. I have to, I think, spruce up his legs somehow. But also, where am I gonna put the terrariums? Maybe his lungs. Maybe his lungs will be terrariums. They have to be visible, that's another thing. Let me see. I will check the design details. The design rules. See if, like, they have to be somewhere specific. Korea. Species support. Traits. Terrarium. Plants only. Oh, wait. Approaching flora. Plants only. All rarities pertaining to... Oh! Must be attached to body coming from cage. Interesting. Okay. The terrariums in the aquarium can be found in any of the gold areas present in this graphic. One terrarium per segment of the body, including the face. Okay. So this is a segment of the body. The waist is a segment of the body. And the head, arms, and all that. So I can't do lungs. I can't do like two in each lung. Feels like such a chill stream, TBH. I usually watch incredibly chaotic streams. This is a nice change of pace. Might watch more of your videos later. I would appreciate that. Yeah, this is... I'm pretty chill. I'm probably one of the chillest people you'll see. Oh, I just realized I didn't ever pull up my tablet. I have it here. Hold on. There we go. And that's that one. This one. There we go. There we go. Realist, I never did that. But yeah, we got a chill vibe going. Nothing crazy. So maybe I'll just give him like an absolutely crazy design aspect, like maybe this one is a jean, this one's half cut. No, because I already kind of have that one with my other one. Maybe. Excuse me. I suppose the terrariums can change sizes. Maybe I can do... Again, your art style looks so good. You should have way more views. But I'm going to recommend your stream to a friend of mine. Me and my friend both do art for fun. Yeah, this is definitely like the hangout place for that kind of thing. I usually am either drawing or playing a chill game. But I appreciate that. We have a Twitch stream going as well, and I think most of the people who watch over there are also doodling along. Let's see. They're also dolls, so I gotta be careful of, like, when I draw something visible that has the joints. That's something I forget sometimes, is the joints. Let's see. Let's do... short? Oh, you know what I could do instead of jeans? There's... I started doing that. I immediately thought of Jujutsu Kaisen. It's very Jujutsu Kaisen kind of pant style. Doesn't quite work with what I was thinking. Let's leave it for a bit and do this face a bit more. His eyes might be a little too soft. I need to bring my classic nose back. I've been working on what kind of nose I like to draw a lot lately. Oops. Did I change my pen size? Oh no, it's just the way I drew it. Oh, because I resized it. I used transform on it. Me. Maybe adjust where his mouth is a little bit too. We'll see. Alright, let's do that. Now I gotta figure out the eyes. I've been struggling with my eyes in general lately. Like I don't know how I want to draw them. Now, to draw a matching eye. It's always the hard part, is drawing two eyes that match. That does not match, does it? We'll see. One, two, three. Doodle a little bit more for his body. That could work. That could work. I've already accepted. I will never draw 2 matching eyes at first try. Yeah, it's hard. Especially when, like, you don't know if you like how you drew the first eye. It's very, very hard. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. I drew it on the wrong layer. It's fine though. It's not touching, so I can just copy and paste it. Can't believe I did it again. Relatable. Did that earlier too. Okay, there we go. Whoops. There we go. There we go. There we go, there we go. Much better, okay. They're on the same layer now. And they're on a separate layer from the full body. Alright. Do I like the eyes? Do I not like the eyes? They're not bad. Put my first layers like file names so that I never lose track. I always double check every time. Yeah, I try to sometimes, but it's been a while since I've actually drawn in Paint Tool Sai, so I think I've forgotten to check all my layers and stuff over here. I was in Clip Studio for a while, and yeah, that was very different. I'm trying to figure out how to line this up. I think there should be good. Alright. But it's one of those things where, like, it has the different layer names, and I'm usually pretty good about, like, noticing that, but sometimes it just gets away from me. I always use one art program. It's called Krita. It's free and pretty good. Can do a lot. Yeah, Krita's very popular, definitely. I've heard about it for a long time. I got into Paint Tool Sai because at the time when I had started drawing, it had started drawing digitally. It had pretty much everything I was interested in. And I liked a lot of the way that, like, the program's tools made lines and stuff like that. I very much am a line gesture person. I like having kind of messy overall lines, but I also like a good long one, you know? So that aspect was kind of important to me when I was looking for programs, and I liked the way that they looked in Paint Tool Sai quite a lot. Like, I always use the marker tool for pretty much everything, from the sketch, which we're doing now, to like shading, and then I have like a wash brush for applying color. And that's kind of my default when it comes to Paint Tool Sai. And I just like the way that it feels there. I've gotten used to using Clip Studio a lot too, because I got a perpetual license while it was on sale. And I've gotten maybe 2 or 3 brushes that I default to that are custom brushes, but they're also very different from paint tool size brushes. They let me do some style stuff a little differently. I still draw the same, but the way that they like change my style is interesting, you know? It's weird how much a program can change how you draw just by like being a different program. At one point in time, I even drew in GIMP Studio, Google's free program. GIMP Studio? Or was it GIMP Paint? I can't remember. But that one was that's a very classic one. But I've heard a lot about Krita. I've thought about it. But I don't know. I don't necessarily need a free program. Especially since I have Paint Tool Sign. Like, this is probably the one. I've been using it for 5+ years. I've used it on 3 different computers. Because it's like $75 or something like that. Oh, my camera. I don't know what happened there. And you can like transfer it as many times as you want and all that. I'm looking at it. I'm thinking about it. I definitely like the zoom in. I wasn't sure about it at first, but I kind of like it. I think I gotta figure out where the terrarium is going. 2 terrariums. Oh, and the plastic. So we're working on the species stuff, like adopts and stuff like that. But this is like one that I will own. It has to be within like certain requirements of the species and stuff like that. So I have to include certain design aspects. And the ones that I have are glass octopus, which is this octopus that we have on the side here. And then chunky plastic. And they're dolls, so it like replaces or adds on to parts of their limbs and stuff like that. Just have to figure out where it's going. I don't like the pants. I thought I would be more okay with them, but I'm not. Maybe the jeans were nice, but I don't think they quite fit what vibe I wanted. Let's see. Maybe. There's this pair of pants that I'm trying to think of. The way that they work is like kind of flow out like a skirt almost. Like they have the silhouette of it, but they're kind of shorts. Not like shorts, but like shorter cut pants. They have this part in the front that ties. That's not bad. I like that. And let's do tennis shoes instead of flats. Tennis shoes, maybe like high tops. That's a little bit better. His torso is all kinds of out of proportion though. That's better. I like that a little more. Stretch for a sec. Ugh. Eat some of my cowboy pie. That's pretty good. Good food. I think we will do one chest terrarium. And then depending on how big I make it, we'll decide from there. Thinking like what shape it ends up being. Maybe like this. No, that's kind of coffin-like. I don't like that. Maybe a water drop. Got a little octopus in there. There's my little dude. And of course, he's a little robot, so I imagine this is lace. I'd probably have to add that texture after. And we're gonna clean up the hair a little bit so it matches the portrait a bit better. Much better. All right. I like it. I like it. Let's try adding a lace texture over top. Just to have it kind of present. That way I don't forget about it later. And I'm doing it in black, but it's gonna be white. I like the idea of having this character be in all white. Left to grab some lunch. What I missed? Nothing. I figured out where at least one of the terrarium's going. Still have to figure out the other one. I guess I don't necessarily need to have both in the same one. I don't necessarily have to have two. Right now, I'm trying to figure out what lace I want to use for the texture. Mainly just so that I have it noted for later. It's 3. I think this one is probably works the best. Right now. Let me check the other ones. Because it's going to be a lace shirt, I want to be sure that I at least have an idea of that. Fishnet? Design is beautiful. Thank you. He's going to be in all white, definitely. But we'll work with the black just to lay parts out for now. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. I think it's a little too messy. That's a little bit better. We'll leave the lace like that. The terrarium in the middle. Alright, and I'll make a folder for the card. Alright. We're gonna do one more design. A different design. We're at least sketching them out right now, but because I'm worried my internet is still gonna crash or something like that. I don't know what caused the problems before. Last week, I tried to stream and it did not work. I literally was up for maybe 10 minutes before the first one crashed. And then I was up for maybe 30 minutes when the second one did. But it was still like super laggy during that 30 minutes. It was not great. Eats bubblegum ice cream. So the second one that we're gonna do is a species that is on hiatus right now. So I'm doing the design, but it's not something that will, I think, get approved at any time soon or anything like that. It's just to like, when it comes back, if it ever does, have an idea of one in the chamber, you know? Have one ready to go. So this species is based on 11-minute stream that had to be short but intense. It was something. It's that one doodle that I posted on Twitter last week of myself. But you don't see me draw it. It's literally like I start drawing this and my ears and then a little bit of the hair, and then it literally cuts out and I have like the body drawn. And then it cuts out again and I have the rest of it drawn. So how many people are watching this on Twitch? Just one. It's Ashvin. Ashvin is a regular here. Or Arshvin? I always say Ashvin, but just one. Sometimes we have some other people that drop by, regulars, you know. But art is like a much more populated channel over on Twitch. So it's not usually we don't usually get a whole bunch of new people. Sometimes we get a couple of raids or something like that, but nothing crazy. Let's see. We even have regulars here though. All About Inosuke, which I think they changed their username recently, but they drop by every so often to streams over here on YouTube. I might become a regular. I mean, your art style is beautiful. Thank you. I wanted this one to be a clown. So Furatomos is an ice cream cat species, but just like the Karu doll ones, they can generally be anything. So the aspects that I have is this ice cream, clown scoop tufts, calm pedo, and drizzle tail. To be honest, I didn't even know how the pronunciation of Ashvin myself. All right, I'll stick to Ashvin then. It's close enough. All right. But this is like an ice cream cat species. That's what the designs are based on. So, wow, it's been a while. It's been a while. Like that. And then we have scoops, ice cream tufts. But I want this character to be a clown. It's a little too far over. Changes the angle a little too much. Pronunciation of certain things are weird, so I usually shorten people's usernames. I even shortened my own to Soul, even though my name is pretty easy to pronounce. Yeah, my username is Hisui, but I mean, most people don't have to say that. If they want to change it to like Sue, that's okay. I'm not crazy about it, but it's nothing too crazy. Since most people don't have to say my username, I'm not worried about it, you know, one of those things. But it is technically a Japanese name. Hisui it's like an ashy green color, a jade color. That's what it is. I was trying to think of the word. But I'm usually not a stickler for that if people mispronounce it or something like that. Most of the time, though, people are just typing in chat, so. All right. Now, a clown. This is the question. Do I want a funky hairstyle? Let's try some braid. Yes, funky hairstyle. Yes. And then we'll do some big old puffs. And I'm thinking I want a clown nose, like a red nose. But I don't know if I want it to stick out like a red nose, you know? Or if I want it to be like a dot. Don't want red nose. Don't want the big old one. Let me draw the eyes first. It's throwing me off. There we go. What do we do? Tongue. It's a little low. Or maybe the braids are just a little high. Let's bring them down a little bit. I don't know why when I get a notification of your tweets, I read Hisui as Sui Sui. That's very cute. I like that. I think a sticker or two on the face would be cute. Definitely, definitely. I was thinking like the triangle kind of eyes, you know? But a sticker or two might be better. We don't want to go too clown, especially if we have the big old red nose. That'll be a pretty obvious one. Let's do like flowers. We'll see if that works. Because I also have to add Pompeito candies. Those are the little little star candies, the little star hard candies. I have to help with your design, yeah. And I have to put those throughout like the hair and stuff, so. Let's see. Cat eyes. Whoops. That was my phone. Yeah, I think that's a little better. And I'll sketch them in. I'll sketch one and then I'll duplicate it and copy and paste it. Tootavolt! I need to remember who you are. It's been a while. Following since October 31st, 2023. It's been a while, Let's see. Let's copy and paste. Copy, paste. And then I'll turn it a little bit and move it around. We're doodling today. Some designs. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna actually put them on a separate layer. Control X, Control V. Good artwork. Stuff happens. Don't know why, but I always think about decorative bandages and stickers on the face as a cute design element. It is really a cute design element, though. Can I? Oh. This isn't Clip Studio. But didn't I do this by? It's fine. It is a very cute design element, especially when it's on a small character or something like that. A bandage or two. Whoops. There we go. It's I had one design that I did a while ago for someone where they were like, and can you make their sticker or their face a sticker? And I was like, their entire face is a sticker? And they were like, yeah. So I have done some designs in that realm. It was very interesting. And it actually turned out pretty good. I enjoyed it. Control C, Control V. We're gonna put these ones in this one. Oh no. Funny, because I have stickers on the face for a semi-tall character. They act like a child, so it's all fine. Yeah, it's a very easy way to like cutify a character, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Like, yeah, I guess kind of make them childlike. Give them a little, a difference. But, it reminds me of those new, I'm everywhere. I saw you switch over, actually. I was like, oh, wait, Twitch is down to 1, but YouTube is up to 2. It was very interesting to see, that switch up happen. But yeah. Stickers are a very easy way to, like... It reminds me of those new, what are they? Like... They're like acne cleansers or something like that. That are like little star stickers. I don't know if they actually work, but, you know. They exist. And it reminds me of those in some ways. When I see them. They're very cute. And it's just a little sticker on the face. Alright. Just the comb peto. I need to make these ice creams look like clowns. I suppose doing this, maybe like red whipped cream. Indeed they are. Two's better than one. If only I had Twitch, then I could double my message speed. Yeah, I have the YouTube one set to slow because a lot of the time the spam bots will like they'll use the fact that there isn't a slow speed on to their advantage and send like the same message 3 or 4 times. So, and sometimes there's people that like come in and they're just not actually interested in hanging out. So, but in the future, I'll probably turn it off. Honestly, it's not like I've gotten spam in a while over on YouTube, so. I'll put a little candy here for a tongue. I don't know why, but I always think of clowns as sticking their tongue out. All right, whoops, there we go. I keep hitting the clear layer. Don't worry, Team Volt will take care of them. Spam bots are annoying, yeah. The ones on Twitter have gotten crazy, honestly. Like, the ones that go, like... Not the ones that do, like, in my bio stuff, but the ones that literally copy and paste the same messages over and over again, that are using, like, ChatGPT or something to make their replies is crazy. there was a post someone made about something going on in Harajuku, and like the Tokyo fashion scene, and they were talking about how this one model had something happen with her boyfriend, and that she was like trying to find him, and a bunch of spam bots underneath it were like, wow, the stories in Harajuku are crazy. And then another one went, wow, this story is crazy. And another one was like, they were just essentially just repeating the same thing over and over, but in slightly different ways. It's crazy. The clown character reminds me of an OC I have that's in a circus. They're kind of brain dead, but they're silly and break the fourth wall. Her name is Nikki, and she's one of my fave OCs. I think clown OCs are pretty great. I used to have one a really long time ago, based on like a dream that I had. And he was like working at a circus, but he was kind of like prophetic at the same time. It was complicated, but it was fun. I think that clowns are very interesting. Oh, there was a specific kind of shirt that I was looking at the other day that would actually work very well. Man, all my shopping habits are coming together. Oh, I might have deleted it, actually. I did. It was kind of like this. Like this. And it was like a button up. I like a puffy sleeve. Here, and then it kind of opened up. Bottom half flared out a little bit. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. Let's do that. And I'll just redraw it again. Sometimes I press the undo button too fast. How do you stream to both Twitch and YouTube? I use restream.io. It sends the information directly to Twitch and YouTube. And it has like its own docs and stuff. Because I'm using OBS too, it like lets me dual stream without having to like pay an extra fee or something like that. If you use Streamlabs, you have to pay for dual streaming, but Restream is a free way to do that. If someone is watching on Restream, it has like a watermark and stuff, but if someone's watching on Twitch or YouTube, it doesn't have that watermark. I was just thinking as I saw that puffy oversized sleeves would be adorable, and then you added them. No, it's just I very much think that like puffy designs for clowns are pretty common, probably because of like Italian clown designs and stuff like that, or like European clown designs in general. They always had those like puffy sleeves with all the frills and stuff. Okay, thanks. No problem. But it's very fun to have a puffy sleeved clown. I might even do this a bit more classical with the frilly part, you know? Like this. But it's a fairly modern environment, so maybe more like this, so it has a little trick to it. Yeah. I'll try and figure out something to maybe like put as a print on there. There's been some problems across Twitch as well, for streaming in general, where they implemented something like it's some kind of 4K program for partners, I think. Oh, that's incorrect. Streamlabs. That is incorrect, Streamlabs. We're not playing Coral Island. I haven't updated that. What was I saying? Oh, Twitch implemented 4K for partners, where they can stream native 4K directly to Twitch, which is not something I think they could do before. And that's been messing things up for other people who aren't partner. So if there's any buffering issues or anything, if the audio cuts out or something like that, and you're watching a stream on Twitch, that's usually the problem right now with that whole change that they made. Commands, timers. Turn that timer off. Turn this timer on. Edit timer. Currently drawing in. Cool sign. There we go. We are currently doing drawings in an amazing and beautiful art style and an incredibly chill stream. I helped. Thank you, thank you. I went ahead and changed the timer the bot has set, so it should update the next time that it plays. I think I have it set to only go every hour or so. So it'll be a bit before it pops up again. Alright. Now, question is, do I want puffy pants? I feel like I don't. It might be a little too puffy, you know? Maybe more leotard style? I'll give her a little petticoat. A little petticoat. And then no, those feet are a little too small. I have to move her up a little bit. Perfect, perfect. Just this leg. It's a little too far out. There we go. Much better. Alright. And I think I want... What pattern do I want? I was thinking a classic Harlequin pattern, like with the diamonds. But I don't know that I like that. I suppose I could do a star pattern to kind of match the competo. Give her curly shoes. Wow, those are bad stars. I'm really bad at freehanding stars. I still have to do like this if I want a decent star. But I can't do that. It doesn't give me like a clean star. I have to go back and erase if I do that way. So. But otherwise they end up all wonky. And it's fine. We'll just do the one for now, and then actually I might do a striped on this one just to give it a little asymmetry. Kind of like that. I like that. We'll do that. And then I need a cat tail. What kind of cat? What kind of cat tail? A thin one? I suppose if she's a clown, she's doing any acrobatics or anything, she might need a bit of balance. Better. Maybe a thinner, wispy one. I'll make it a little curly in some places. Because I still need to put a drizzle on it. Oh, that's right. We can make drizzles into patterns now. What if... I probably... I can't make it look coated. There we go. Turn this down and erase in place. There we go. And then I can kind of weigh down the drizzle. As I like. How long do your streams go for, and how often do you do them? Right now, I do them about once a month, sometimes two. And they're usually about 2 to 3 hours. I'm currently recording like video essay videos. So I've slowed down on the streaming to give time for that. But when we do stream, it's usually art, and it's usually a couple hours. I usually have the stream waiting room up as well the day before, sometimes. Sometimes the day of, but there's usually a waiting room beforehand that usually says like the time that we're starting and all that. I do tweet usually before I go live. We have a Discord somewhere. So there's a lot of different ways, a lot of different places you can find me to figure out when we're streaming and all that. Otherwise, the VOD is always up. I don't archive, or I don't private any of the VODs after, so. Usually as well, it'll be a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday that I stream on. Sometimes a Sunday, but usually Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, because I work on the weekends, so. I have to redo the tail. I think we're gonna keep the drizzle in place, but I want to rework the actual tail. It's a little too hot dog-like. Let's go with a thin tail. I think that'll be better. I'll probably be finishing up after I'm done with this design. Yeah, it's a little better. We're probably not gonna color them because I also need to get like approvals and stuff. And I don't want to have to change things after I've colored them. So we won't be coloring them just yet. Probably do that on a different stream. Speaking of the videos, probably by the end of the month, I will have this video out. If not, it'll be early next month. Like, I am at that point where, like, it's either getting done soon or I move on to the next thing. But I'm commissioning backgrounds for it and all of that, so it's going well. I tend to ask this to most artists, but what's your opinion on AI? See it as a good way to get inspiration, not much else. I can see how that would be nice as inspiration, but even then, like, it's just taking from other people's works and all of that. Like, you can go on Pinterest and find inspiration there if you really need to, but I'm not interested in AI in any capacity, any generative AI. I think that there's aspects of it that are very nice for animation and stuff like that. Like even stuff like Procreate kind of uses aspects of AI to figure out how to color fill and stuff like that. But generative AI is like, it's pretty useless when like there's so many other sources and stuff to look at. If you have like an idea as well too, sometimes it's just easier to draw out your idea yourself first and then find references based on what you've drawn. It's just, I think I've been drawing for a very long time, so in general, even looking to AI for inspiration or something like that, it doesn't appeal to me because, like, I know how to reference from real life. Using AI as a reference could kind of kind of ruins that. A big part of like translating art from real life is using real life stuff. So AI, when did this topic come up? Soul was asking about it over on YouTube, so yeah. Generally, I don't talk about AI, so, but I don't care for it. Not really my thing. Oh, I like that. I like that melt. Plus, I know a lot of the artists that like get their stuff taken by AI. I've been following a lot of artists for a very long time, so if I was looking at it to see something cool or something like that, to get like inspired to draw something, I would just look at other artists' work, you know? They've already made it, like, and there's very purposeful structure behind what they do. Whereas AI just kind of like conglomerates it without understanding why. It's very complicated. Pencil jump scare, boo. Yeah. To your point, I don't have a Pinterest, and sometimes I lack inspiration and motivation. So I do use it to get ideas sometimes, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, inspiration and motivation, I think, are also a couple of different things. A lot of the time when you're lacking motivation, it's usually because what you're doing doesn't actually interest you. And not necessarily like you don't want to draw or something like that, but like what you're thinking of drawing or like what you're trying to do doesn't really appeal to you. You don't want to work through it and all that. But sometimes as well, motivation isn't, you don't need motivation to just draw. You just do it. Sometimes I find myself not wanting to draw, but I know that I kind of need to if I want to keep up the skill. So I kind of force myself to get through it. And then I start drawing and it's like, oh, this is nothing. I can do this anytime. It doesn't matter if I wasn't motivated before. Once I start doing it, it usually is like, once I start doing it, even if I have to force myself to do it, it's no problem. I only recently signed up for a Pinterest, actually. Before I just like scrolled social media because, like I said, I follow a bunch of artists. But getting Pinterest recently, there is AI stuff people post on there, but actually a lot of it is pretty nice. Like aesthetic boards and stuff like that. Like real life aesthetic boards. Like people take stuff from fashion sites, make their own little like mood board of stuff. There's actually a decent amount of Ren Fair posts on there. A bunch of pictures and screenshots from TikTok, all sorts of stuff. It's pretty fun. And it makes nice for pose reference too. People post like stock images of stuff. Of people doing like wacky poses and things. And it's pretty nice overall as a tool. I also easily draw things that are my hyperfixations without issue. Yeah. I do the same thing with I think it's not hyperfixation at this point, but because I like Fate Grand Order so much, I have no problem just drawing characters from that. It's like second nature to me at this point to draw certain characters. Like I can draw Lucy from Fairy Tail, No problem. I drew her for a very, very, very long time at one point, like very often. And so if I need to just draw a character, sometimes I'll just draw Lucy. But things like that help as well, like having something you know really well that you can go back to if you kind of feel like you need something solid to go back to. I have a lot of that with certain characters, like Lucy. Always remember taking breaks helps your brain really understand what you learned. Yeah. That's something that I don't think I considered when I was drawing in high school and stuff like that, was like, yeah, I know how to draw this thing, but if I'm not taking the time to sort of process and study what I've drawn myself, then I kind of don't get anywhere. I just like think that I've drawn better, even though I've just been drawing generally the same stuff over and over again. It's hard to consider. Take several breaks because my inspiration and motivation still decide not to exist sometimes. Yeah, that does happen. But take your favorite character and doodle with a pen or paper. Yeah. Sometimes I use like traditional medium stuff as well. I'll open like an old sketchbook or something. I don't just draw digitally. Because sometimes it's nice to have the convenience of digital drawing, but it can also get it's very easy to just delete everything that you do when you're drawing digitally. And sometimes you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't delete every single thing that you ever do. I watch a lot of Drawfee, and they do have that quote of like, delete your art and all of that. But sometimes you don't have to delete your art. Sometimes you can just save it and make a new canvas or something, you know? Paper and pen is very easy to keep and look back at too. I have like some sketchbooks I've had since probably middle school, honestly. And it's just nice to look back and be like, oh yeah, I remember this. I remember when I used to draw stuff like this. So I would recommend doing both, especially if you're like working through not being able to draw or something like that. Like, just draw in a sketchbook or a piece of paper or something like that. Just so you can like sort of force yourself to work without the convenience of digital art. That also is a big part of it, I think, where people are very used to the convenience of having the option to undo, or having every single brush that they could ever want or something like that. And sometimes that's not what you need. You just need like just a pencil and paper. It's easier to set up a pen and paper than it is to set up a drawing tablet. Yeah. Started with stickmen and now I'm doing full character art. Yeah. That's one of the funny things about people come in sometimes and say, that's so cool, I can only draw stickmen. And I'm like, that's nothing to whiff about. You can do a lot with stickmen. There's this old animation, it's from like the 2010s, of the ultimate stickman versus animator and all that. And you can do a lot with stickmen. I started tracing. Later I learned what's wrong and started doing better things. Yeah. even I am trying to get into a digital art course. Yeah, I've been trying to work better with learning things again. I'm taking some Colosso classes to try and figure out where my fundamentals are kind of wrong. I feel like there's something missing sometimes. So I'm going back and learning some other stuff. I like that. All right. Animator versus animation? Yeah. That was one of my favorites. Not helping me get better like I believed. Yeah, tracing can do that where like because you're like using someone else's stuff and it looks nice when they do it, it makes you kind of think, oh yeah, I'm doing really well. It's kind of matching up to what I want it to look like. But if you had to then do it yourself, it's a lot harder because you're using something that is already kind of completed, has already gone through the steps of like developing itself, and it kind of doesn't really get you better. It's one of those things too where like I hear people talk about tracing and they're like, oh, you shouldn't trace, like you can't do art that way, like you'll never get better. But sometimes you do. Like Tutevault mentioned, like rotoscoping is pretty good when it comes to like learning how things move, like learning proportions and stuff like that. But it won't get you through actually learning to draw and stuff like that. It kind of, it's hard to explain. It's part of the learning process. Yeah. I recommend rotoscoping life, breaking down the shapes. Yeah. That's actually one of the things that I learned probably in the last couple of years is that sometimes people doing animation and stuff like that are doing it because it's a lot easier to learn anatomy and stuff like that. So that's also an aspect of it. Like sometimes it depends on what you're drawing and how you're drawing it. Tut is like King Tut. Ah. Tut. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was T-U-T-U, like tutu. But I suppose that's just me misreading things again. But I see now. I will remember that. Tut. But yeah. All right. I have finished the cat. Clown cat. All comes down to really bad mess up on spelling turtle. I like turtles. Turtles are very fun. How do you get Tuttle? Ah. I don't know how. It's fine. There was that one meme going around Twitter a while ago. I don't know if it was like, not like a joke meme, but like something that people were doing one after another, where they were making, oh gosh, what was it? They were searching GIFs in the Twitter GIF option, and they were seeing how badly they could misspell SpongeBob and still get SpongeBob GIFs. It's very funny. For our stream. All right. so there's the furrow, and there's the Karu. I'll probably work on him a little bit more off stream, figure out his shoes a bit better. SpongeBob, yeah. Same brain cell, yes. But people were doing that in like the Twitter GIF thing, and people were really misspelling it, and it would still come up. At some point, though, I think people were getting like K-pop GIFs. It was interesting. Yeah, I think that's good. Very different vibes. Very different vibes. I usually struggle drawing for more than 3 hours. I can do more than 3 hours, but a lot of the time, if I'm just sketching or something like that, I want to only do it for maybe an hour or two. Let it rest and then come back to it later, because sometimes I don't like it and I don't realize it. Or sometimes I think I don't like it, but then it turns out I actually did, and I like ended up deleting it all or something like that. I've had that happen a couple times. So I usually like sketch for a couple hours and then wait and then go from there, you know? Develop it later if I feel like it works. Need to go? Goodbye, Toot. Well, we're getting ready to wrap up. You're all good. My art takes so long, and TBH, it doesn't really turn out how I want it. Yeah, that's an aspect of it. Like, I did these fairly fast. We spent like the first hour talking, actually. And I did 2 designs in like 2 hours, an hour each maybe. But I didn't... It took me a very long time to get nearly this fast. And I wouldn't even say that this is super fast. Like, I'm gonna make a Hololive reference. Ina from Hololive, she draws incredibly fast. She draws like entire illustrations in 4 hours sometimes. And she'll do the sketch in like 30 minutes. And I have had times like that, but there's honestly, like, it's much easier to like take my time, and it's also like how your process works sometimes. I noticed that she sketches and then she lays down base colors, and then she works from sometimes a line art, but sometimes she just goes straight in with like a color brush and starts using that. It's crazy. It's incredible, but it's crazy. And other times, like, the longest part of what she'll do is like the line art, which will take 2 hours, and then she only takes like an hour to color it. And that's insane to me. Partially because I don't like doing line art and stuff like that. It's not really my jam, but I still like line art. If I know that I want to do it, then I will do it. But it's incredible how much time it saves some people to do line art in its entirety and then go in with color and stuff like that. It's interesting. I changed my art style after that. I literally drew in a different art style so I forget how to draw on my other one, so I can start more from scratch. Yeah, I used to draw very differently. I used to have a much more tall legs style. And then I started drawing a bunch of chippy stuff, and I didn't really like that. And then I went more realistic with it when I was learning like anatomy and stuff. Then I kind of landed here over the years. For some reason, when I've been doing art, For some reason, when I've been doing a good drawing for a certain amount of time, I get kind of self-conscious and stop because I feel like I'm going to ruin it if I keep drawing too long. Yeah, I do that a lot. Specifically, too, when I get past the sketching phase or the line art. Because I am very unsure of my use of colors. A lot of the time when I am getting ready to color or something like that, I won't do it. I'll just not do it at all. Because I'm so worried that the way I color it will ruin it. And I don't want to do that. But a lot of the time, especially with Paint Tool Sai, I have figured out ways to sort of force myself to include color, even in really little ways. So, finish full drawings in 3 hours, but those 3 hours end up distributed in a full week because of it. That's not a bad way to do it, though. Sometimes that's even a better way because you're taking the time to figure out if you liked the way that you did something the last time. I don't do that very often. And sometimes I end up just like going through the full thing and then getting to the end and being like, I wish I had done that differently. So I think spacing it out isn't a bad thing. It's definitely nice to do. I drew in chibi and watercolor, but digital art styles, and I'm going to hope that I can improve my normal style because I still haven't really drawn in any style except the other two. Did the brackets wrong. I drew in chibi and watercolor, but digital art styles. I see. Yeah. I don't really draw chibis anymore just because, like, I felt like they were kind of messing with the way that I was drawing normally. So I settled into this. I can still draw a chibi, like, it's not difficult or anything, but I don't do it nearly as often. It's much more of like a compliment to my regular drawing style. Same. I have like one day where I do the sketch, then I wait some time and fix the errors I see, then I wait and do the line art, then wait and do the coloring. Yeah, that's definitely a nice way to do it. I don't usually do it that way because I'm always worried that like I'm not going fast enough, but that's like the pressure myself that I have posting art on the internet. Like if I don't do it fast enough, I won't be able to post it. But also like it's a much healthier way to do it. If you're doing something too as well where it's just for yourself, not necessarily for others, there's nothing wrong with taking your time on it. Even if you end up posting it on social media afterwards, like at least you took your time to figure out how you wanted it to look. All right, let's see. I closed Shoost, but I will transition back. I'll open it again. I already saved it. Make sure and save your files. Do a quick save. We'll transition over to the chat and screen. Boop. There we go. All right. I have one day where I do the sketch, then wait some time, do the line art, and then wait and do the coloring. Oh, I already saw that one. Why did it? Oh, there we go. The style I want is between cartoony and anime, so hopefully doing the chibi watercolor styles will help a bit. Yeah, because they were kind of a cartoony style. I got half the style I want. Yeah, part of the reason I draw a bit more realistically as well is not just like the anatomy stuff. It was a big part of like me forming the style that I currently have, was learning proper anatomy, but I wouldn't have learned it if like I didn't want my style to look that way. Like, I wanted to make sure that I had a semi-realistic, semi-anime style. A lot of, like, I think the modern internet style, like, a lot of the fan art that I see has kind of a similar vibe where it's not necessarily anime, it's not necessarily cartoony, but it's not realistic, you know? It's got an interesting vibe to it. I really like it. But I think a lot of it comes also from how prominently, like, simplified styles have become. Like, I think of Steven Universe a lot and how popular it was in, like, creating a cartoony but interesting style. You know, it had its very, very much its own vibe and recognizability to it, but it was also very, very interesting. It had its own, like, flares to it. Or like, what was it? I think Has-Been Hotel is also a nice result of, like, the cartoony but not anime style. It has aspects of it that could be related to anime. Like, there's still a lot of people who draw anime fan art of Has-Been, but it's still very much like its own cartoony style. It's very interesting. Very, very cool. And there's definitely a lot of, like, style changes going on with the sort of culmination of, like, fandoms and stuff like that. Indie animation and all that. It's very cool. I'm excited to, like, see what the next big art styles are. Because I follow a lot of, like, anime styles and all of that. But I always enjoy seeing the more Western cartoon styles as well. Like, seeing how varied that becomes. I've also seen a lot of people doing, like, what's that? What's that old cartoon? It's a meme right now, but people are drawing, like, characters that they know in this really, like, simplified, flat colored, but clean lined cartoon. That's real nasty looking. But also, like, really, really nice. It's really, really clean. It's cool. I don't know. It's cool. Art is cool. And figuring out a style takes time, but it just depends on also, like, your tools and what you have available to you. Sometimes people's styles in digital art come from the digital art aspect of it. Like, they have the ability to make really clean lines. They have the ability to have really smooth lines. Or they have, like, a limitation of colors that they can use. So they get a very, like, specific style out of that. And other times with traditional art, like, you're limiting yourself to a pencil and maybe a couple of pens. I have my dogs with me. That's what that sound was. And you only have access to those things. So you make a style out of those tools. So a lot of the programs and stuff end up affecting it as well. It's nothing to, like, worry about when you, like, can't get it right off the bat. It takes practice. It takes experimentation. I've been experimenting with my art a little bit lately as well, so. Oh, I mentioned this when Tut mentioned classes and stuff. I've been trying to take some classes on Colosso. I had to kind of stop because they were taking too much time. The classes were like an hour each, but they were like 30 chapters. So that's like a 30-hour class. So I kind of stopped with that for a bit, but I'm definitely going to be going back to it once this video is done and taking some time to do that again. So digital art really gives a lot of opportunities. My style changed a lot when I went from traditional to digital. Same. I think my digital and traditional style, you can like see similarities in it, but the way it ends up is very different. The way it like finishes is so different. So yeah. Oh, good stream. Okay. The plan is get the video done this month or early next month, within like the first couple of weeks of next month at most. After that, we'll probably do streaming a bit more often, just like post the video and all of that. Whenever it goes up, and then we'll do a bit more streaming after that, just to like keep the flow going. We'll probably slow down again though as I work on the next video, which I've technically already started. But since I'm recording for it right now, it should be getting done this month. The thing that'll probably slow it down, if anything, is waiting for the backgrounds to be done. But yeah. Next stream I will announce on Twitter, probably. Otherwise, I'll make a community post on YouTube, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll always have the waiting room up though on YouTube. I'll always have it planned at least a day beforehand. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I was glad to see we got some regulars back in again. It was nice to have everyone. It was nice to talk about art and stuff too. Share some old drawings at the very beginning there. It was very nice. So I hope everyone has a good day, whether it's tomorrow or today. And goodbye.